before, where you're from, stuff like that. So this year it's 12. Last year it was only 6. This year it's 12. So they're really trying to engage the youth into politics. And it's just great to see, why we're here, what they're doing, what they believe in, what kind of bills they're passing, how the whole process goes. It was really interesting. So after I met her and I met the rest of the senators, she took me up into her office, and I found out that Senator Jacqueline Collins actually got the office of Obama when he was a district senator. So just knowing that I was in Obama's office and now he's president was just like, wow. And then afterwards, we went back downstairs, and the session has been over, and I got to talk to the Sergeant Arms, and he was just telling us a bunch of cool historical facts about the chamber and, how the state capitol was built, whatnot, some of the cool, security things in it, like the camera that's inside of the clock that no one really knows, but it's there. Cool stuff like that. And then I got a chance to sit in Obama's chair when he was, district senator. And that was another cool thing. I mean, how many people get a chance to sit in the current president's previous chair? So that was really cool. And then the day pretty much ended, and it was really interesting. And I mean, after that, I was like, being a lobbyist is probably one of the best things you could do for your community, because that's the only way you're going to get your voice out. And if we don't get our voices out and we don't tell them our problems and we don't show them that we care for, all the whole state's problems, and that we engage ourselves in their problems, who else is going to know? So it was a really great experience. I really encourage the youth to do the essay. It's not hard. They don't even have a limit. They're not like you have to have 600 words or more. No, it's like 1 or 2 page paper. It's really fast, They just want to know why you want this position and, what you're up for. So I really encourage the guys as well as the girls to visit CIOGC's website. I think it's on there, and I know your schools also got papers about the Senate paging. I don't know, do you have a file with you? No, I don't. I should have brought one, I'm sorry. I forgot. But like she said, it's CIOGC.org. Go on there, look at the topic. The essay is due April 10th. So that's what, next week? So if you guys, it's really good experience for you guys to be engaged in politics. You get a small view of what it is, and it was a really great experience. So.
What ages? You say youth.
What ages? I know this year they're taking, specifically from schools, they're taking 8th and 10th grade, but I think it's all grades, starting from 8th grade and up. So it's a really, and they encourage, you don't have to be, any friends that you guys have, that are interested in politics or anything, tell them about this. It's a really good experience, and you show people, you show the senators that we're Muslims and we care for the problems, and we as youth are trying to engage ourselves, as much as possible into our community's issues and stuff like that. So it was a really good experience.
Thank you very much, Sister Dana. That was very, very helpful. And I think our school, some of our school admins are part of the council youth list. So if you are interested in this, please speak to Brother Ibrahim. And I would like to see some of, at least last year there was zero participation from youth from our community. That is the reason why I got the Sister Dana here. I am motivated. I mean, I'm not eligible, but it was a very, very beautiful image where all the sisters went into the chambers while we were struggling to have a look from upstairs. So this is very good. So see, write essays very not difficult, as she said, and even our school principal can prepare you on the essays, inshallah. You can continue, sister.
So just going back to what Dana was saying, so for the young people who are going to go to college, inshallah, or you are in college, because even college students this year can apply for Senate page. If you're going to college, this would look really good on your applications. Colleges now are looking for people who are not just good grades, but also volunteers. Young people who have leadership roles in their communities. Young people who can say, well, I was Senate page, or I interned at my legislator's office. A young gentleman who graduated last year from Universal, or the year before actually from Universal, when mashallah got accepted into Harvard. And yes, he had good grades, but what Harvard really looked at was the fact that this young man was very active, participated in civic stuff, political stuff, but also in the school, in the community. He did a film on young Muslim women wearing the hijab, the challenges and so forth, and he got an award for that. And he got accepted into Harvard with a full scholarship, mashallah. Full scholarship to Harvard. Not just because of his grades, but also because he was very active in the community. and was very active in doing work with, civic engagement and volunteering, with voter registration, get out the vote campaigns, and so forth. So if not for anything else, think about, putting this on your college application because it does really look good. And then just moving, so do you want to go over the issue agenda?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So last year we did some lobbying around the environment, we did some stuff around the Arabic in the schools, and things like that. This year, we looked at, what other things affect the Muslim community, but also the non-Muslim community that we really care about and that we should be involved in. And some of that includes issues in the city of Chicago. Mostly, on the southeast side and some of the north side city, where people live in very extreme poverty. People who also, because living in extreme poverty, are not healthy. So one of the things that we're working on around healthcare and public health is equitable access to healthy foods. If you go to the CRGC website, I think we should have the most up-to-date one on there. But the focus of this one, the equitable access to healthy food, is to have stores in the neighborhoods that have healthy food. So currently, if you go, like for example, on 59th down by College Drive, the stores in that area don't have fresh fruits and vegetables, don't have like milk, or have things that are expired. So that affects the health of the young people and adults and seniors in those communities. So one thing we're saying as a Muslim community, we care about our brothers and sisters in the state and in the city of Chicago to make sure that they have healthy food in their areas. Another one is education, nutrition activities. So kind of documenting in the schools, what kind of nutrition education they're providing to students, and having a database and so forth. Another thing that's affecting the inner city specifically is housing. A lot of foreclosures, especially during this economic crisis that we're in right now. Low-income families, or even middle-income families are facing losing their homes, going into foreclosure. So the foreclosure prevention and counseling offers families the opportunity to get assistance, at least being educated on what other options they have before they go into foreclosure. Immigration and human services. So this is not a bill, it's just a line item in the state budget. And it's the immigrant integration services line item, which includes crucial services for immigrants, like assistance with domestic violence, public benefits, but also a very important piece that we really care about is the English piece. So providing English classes in our mosques, in our schools, in our neighborhoods, so immigrants, whether you're Muslim or non-Muslim, you'll have easy access to English classes, because learning English is the first step to integrating into society.
English, if you include with the computers also.
Yeah, computer training, vocational training, and what we're saying is, English leads up to computer training.
Correct.
Learning English is up for you to be able to go to employment training and vocational training. Because if we don't know English, these are programs that will not benefit us. And then the last one is the education, which is introducing strategic languages in public schools. And I think we have about 8 Chicago public schools who are already providing Arabic classes. And what's really exciting about that is actually it's not Muslims or Arabs mostly taking the Arabic in these 8 public schools. It's actually very diverse young people who are learning